This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, there's some debate going on over the former Security Savings Building in downtown Hazleton. We'll hear from Luzerne County Council Chairman and Hazleton's Mayor on the issue. Good evening and thanks for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Cara. The time and place for a special meeting has been set, and the Luzerne County Council will discuss at that meeting the future of the former Security Savings Building in downtown Hazleton. County Council Chair Rick Morelli called the meeting in response to a difference of opinion as to who owns the building. Hazleton Mayor Joe Iannuzzi refers to a conditional sales agreement with the county that dates back to 2011, but the new county council has nothing in writing.
This building was actually a cornerstone of the development downtown, and they could care less of what was going on down here. They're just looking for money, you know, and make a quick buck. And that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for long-term benefits to the downtown Hazleton, and that was part of it. That whole block is a part of the big development with the three tallest buildings in Hazleton being developed, and that block being with parking and with art, with culture, it's going to be a real gem. But in the middle of it, they will have somebody, whoever buys that building for whatever price, put something in there that just throws off the whole theme of downtown.
So what does the county have to say on the matter? FYI's Lisa Sugart sat down today with Luzerne County Council Chair Rick Morelli.
Mayor Joe Iannuzzi says the former Security Savings Building is a cornerstone for his revitalization efforts in the city of Hazleton. And he also just recently said, as you heard a few moments ago, that the county could care less. So Rick Morelli is the chairman of Luzerne County Council. Could the county care less?
Absolutely not. We care very much about this. Let me summarize this for everyone. Obviously, this was negotiated between the former commissioners and the city officials some time ago. At the end of the day, it was never signed on the dotted line. There's a new government that got put in place, and it may have fallen through the cracks, but in our defense, if this was that important to the city, they should have came to us a while back and said, where's the documentation? It was brought to our attention recently as to the situation. I called a meeting last week for county council to see where we stand, to talk to our solicitor, Dave Pedri, and the bottom line is the building's still the county's. And as people could respect with the new government, we're trying to do things differently. We're not just trying to give things away, and we want to make sure we have all the information. And I, for one, from being down here in southern Luzerne County, know how important this building is. So I called a special meeting for the county officials to sit down with all the city officials, the mayor as well as city council, because we do know that they don't really communicate too well. So we, on the county council side, need to understand exactly how important this building is to the downtown. I'm going to have people from the downtown revitalization to come in and present so all of county council understands what's going on. And the meeting is specific for us to work with the city officials as to how to move forward. I made it public that I'm not in favor of putting this out for RFP because it can get in the way of what they're trying to do. And I think that once the county officials see what's going on, I think they'll go down the road with negotiating specifically with the city. But the direction we go and how it ends up, I don't know. That's where we're at right now.
Well, this was supposed to be in exchange for a $290,000 lien on the Downtown Business Exchange. Mm-hmm. That's what the city got that for. So, you know, do you remember all of that? I mean, I know you weren't on county, you know, in the county government at that time, but what do people say when they hear that?
Well, again, things are different. When you look at that lien, if we gave that up, that goes into the redevelopment fund. It doesn't go into our general fund. So it's really not apples to apples. And as you know very well, we're in financial strains as well. And so we have an obligation to do what's right for the people who pay taxes to the county, just like the city. And so my opinion here is we need to work something out with the city that's fair to the city, that it doesn't get in their way, but also fair to the county. I mean, if we just go and give buildings away in Hazleton to people in Pittston and Natticook and say, well, why don't you give us these buildings? And so I can't talk about what the commissioners did, but again, I think the people expect us in the county, on the county side, to be doing things differently than we did with the past government, because we all know some of the deals that took place before.
Well, they're hoping that the Hazelton Art League could go in that building. You're kind of caught in the middle here because you're representing Southern Luzerne County. I mean, all of the county, but you're from this area. So do you think this can be worked out amicably?
Absolutely. I mean, I've spoke with individuals from Can-Do, Neil D'Angelo, all the city council members. They know where I'm at, and I'm confident of the fact that the council members will see it. I'm very confident that will get worked out. But my concern is really the city of Hazelton. Again, I've talked to the mayor and I've talked to the city council members. They are not all on the same page, and that puts us in a difficult situation. So they need to get on the same page as to who's going to buy the building, because I've heard from the mayor that the city's going to buy it, and then I've heard from some city council members that they would rather have the Art League purchase it. So they need to first get on the same page too before we can make a final decision. So that's why I called a special meeting for us to sit down, talk, get the facts, and see how we can move forward.
All right, again, that meeting is on Tuesday, and that is taking place at 5:30 in County Council's chambers at the Luzerne County Courthouse. We'll see if everybody gets on the same page.
Thanks, Lisa. We'll check back in with you very shortly. Now, Butler Township Police are investigating a vehicle stolen from a township car lot. Employees of Butler Valley Auto Sales at 174 South Hunter Highway discovered that the building had been broken into when they arrived at work yesterday morning. After taking an inventory of vehicles on the lot, they discovered that a dark green 2007 Ford Edge had been stolen. According to police, the suspect or suspects also drove a second vehicle a short distance, but apparently abandoned it to steal the Edge. The vehicle identification number affixed to the dash of the Ford Edge was 2FMD K46C87BA53747. Police believe that the person or persons responsible also stole a license plate from a nearby residence to conceal the identity of the stolen Edge. The registration on that is FPP 4050. Anyone with information is asked to call Butler Township Police at 788-3230 or dial 911. And tonight, news from the desk of the Luzerne, Wyoming County's Area Agency on Aging. A reminder that the agency provides a nutritious meal weekdays at the Butler Township Active Adult Center. That's at 422 West Butler Drive. Any county resident age 60 or older is eligible. For more information on the meals and the many events held there, call the center weekdays between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. and noon and 1 p.m. The Standard Speaker is our media partner, and they're getting all ready for the weekend. They have some great feature stories in there over the weekend, and as always, great news coverage and sports coverage as well. So pick up your Standard Speaker or go to standardspeaker.com. We are going to take a little break, but don't worry. We'll be back with our weekly golf tip from Sand Springs, and we'll tell you how you can help out a family who lost everything in a fire.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazelton Standard Speaker.
Hi, I'm Chuck Jumpeter, golf teaching pro here at Sand Springs Golf Club, and I'm here today to help you lower your handicap with the Sand Springs Golf Tip of the Week. Today's tip is about planning your shots. The common mistake a lot of golfers will make is they'll grab a club and walk up to their ball and then not have the right club, and they'll try and change their swing or change the way they use the club to make the shot work. Annika Sorenstam had a great way of defining this, and she's arguably the best woman golfer of all time. She would divide the area around her ball into two spots, a thinking box and a playing box. And what she would do, she'd stand in the thinking box looking down her target line, and that thinking box I have described with these alignment sticks behind the ball, and she would decide on what club she wanted to hit and how she wanted to hit it. At that point, she'd go to her bag, take the club, go through her routine with her practice shots, and then step into her hitting box, and she doesn't have to think at all about what she's doing now or if she has the right club, because she made that decision back here, so it just frees her up to set up to the shot, hit the ball, and move along. So if you give yourself that little extra time, 30 seconds is all it takes. Plan your shot back here, hit your shot up here, all will be well. Until next time, hit them straight and far.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
All right, let's chill lakeside. You bring the burgers, I'll grab a 6-pack of soda for our chill, nice little day. That's a beautiful weather shot there, and it's really cooled off the last couple of days compared to the last few weeks in our area. Let's see if that trend continues. Here's FYI weather from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be mostly clear. Looks like a nice night. The low will be 61 degrees. Here's how your weekend is shaping up. There's a slight chance of showers tomorrow. The high will be 78. On Saturday night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. The low is 66 degrees. On Sunday, that chance of showers and thunderstorms still in the area. The high at 77. And then Sunday night, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. The low 64. We'll keep that 50% chance on Monday. 77 is our high. And then the storms move out of the area. Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 55. Tuesday will be sunny, high of 71. And Tuesday night will be a clear, beautiful night with a low at 51 degrees. Kind of cool.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
Back in May, a Lansford family lost everything in a terrible fire, and now the community is coming together for a special fundraiser to help them get back on their feet. It's called A Cause for the Collins, and it's going to take place on Sunday, August 3rd at the McAdoo VFW in McAdoo. John Kostaneski is one of the organizers of this wonderful event and a friend of the family. John, this was really a terrible situation. They lost everything?
Yes, they lost everything in the fire, from clothes to toys for the kids, everything. So we decided that we were going to have a benefit for them to raise money to help them get through this tragedy that they endured.
Now, you got together and you're going to host this event at the McAdoo VFW on August 3rd. So tell us what people can come out and enjoy as part of this fundraiser.
Well, they're going to enjoy great music. I mean, we got 3 great bands. We have Crotech, we have the Craven Moorhead Band, and we have the band Hooligan. It's really going to be a great time. We're also having a bake sale, and we're going to have tricky trays to raise money. Everything that we make there is going right to the Collins family. We're asking for a $7 donation at the door that goes directly to the Collins family. We just want to help them move on. Actually, as of right now, it says on the flyers about a baby being on the way. Well, the baby is here now, so they actually need help for infant things too, because they lost everything that they had prepared for that.
It's Joseph and Stephanie and their children, a son who's 8, a daughter who's 7, and a daughter who's 2, and then the newborn as well. So clothing and all kinds of things for children. And do you need any donations ahead of time, before the event?
Well, actually, we started advertising this, and the community did come together. They gave us toys for the kids. They gave us a car seat for the family, for the newborn. So really, I think right now it would be best for you to come out to the benefit, enjoy, show the family support, help them raise some money that they could get their feet back on the ground. Right now they're living in a small apartment that renter's insurance actually helped them pay for, but we need to get them going that they could move on to a bigger place.
And they were living in Lansford, but they have local ties throughout the Hazelton area. They're from this area.
Yes, Joe is actually, I think he lived in Hazelton, and Stephanie, she was Stephanie Knappenberger. She was originally from Beaver Meadows.
All right, well, I'm very familiar with that, my hometown as well. This wonderful event, again, taking place on Sunday, August 3rd at the McAdoo VFW, and that's right on Kennedy Drive in McAdoo. And we hope that you'll come out. If you can't make it in person, you can send donations. We'll put the address up on your screen to Joseph Collins, care of Tiffany Searfoss, 21 Apartment A, South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo. And if you have any questions or you want to make a donation or something, an item, a tricky tray, you can give John or April a call. Their number's up on your screen as well. So please come out and make this a wonderful event and help support this family.
We learned this afternoon that the new addition arrived today for the Collins family. It was a baby boy and his name is Jackson. So I want to say congratulations to the Collins family. And now we turn our attention to tonight's community calendar. The first Schuylkill County Musicians Alumni Showcase will be held tomorrow at 2 and 7 p.m. at Tamaqua Community Arts Center at 125 South Pine Street. Everyone is invited. And now here comes the green screen. The Pennsylvania Lottery midday winning numbers: the daily 024, the big four 1139, Quinto 74576, Treasure Hunt 1, 3, 11, 12, and 20. Ron Marchetti and Short Shots coming up next in sports.
It's time for Movie Minute right here on News 13, your weekly look at what's playing at Regal Cinema 10 just outside the Laurel Mall. 4 new releases this week. Hercules in 2 and 3D, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson stars as the son of Zeus in this Brett Ratner-directed adaptation of Steve Moore's graphic novel. Or check out Lucy. The story centers on a woman who falls prey to sinister underworld forces, but who gains superhuman abilities that allows her to strike back at her oppressors. For the kids, check out Planes, Fire and Rescue, and finally, the comedy And So It Goes, rated PG-13. Still playing Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Transformers: Age of Extinction, The Purge: Anarchy, Tammy, America, Sex Tape, and 22 Jump Street. For all the showtimes, call Regal Cinema 10 at 570-450-7454 or speak to a movie attendant. Call 570-450-7340.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The Salo Sereni Summer Boys and Girls Basketball League wrapped up its 33rd year this week. Michael Joseph, the league director and the Hazleton Area High School boys basketball coach, told the Standard Speaker that over 160 boys and girls ranging from 9 to 16 played in the league this summer. Michigan won the senior high boys league title. They beat Florida in the championship game. That game went to 2 overtimes, and Michigan got the win 65-62. Josh Samick paced Michigan with 21 points. Joe Grula, who played for Florida, was the game's leading scorer with 31. Bucknell beat Villanova in the junior high boys championship game. Ryan Wolk had 35 points for the champions. The Sun beat the Sky in the girls junior high championship. Madison Morochko had 18 points for the Sun, and Kendall Lawless scored 12. And congratulations to Stroman's Bakery, who won the Valley Regional Softball 13U Championship. They beat CVCO in the best-of-3 playoff for the title. In Game 1, Stroman won a 1-run game, and Hannah Krall had the game-winning RBI. In Game number 2, Stroman's had to come back for the victory. Krall was a double short of the cycle in that game. The Standard Speaker had full game recaps for the Valley Regional Championship and all the Salo Sereni action, and you can read it all online at standardspeaker.com. The GoBowling.com 400 takes place at the Pocono Raceway next weekend, and the Grand Marshal for the NASCAR race will be Richard Petty. Petty is a NASCAR Hall of Famer and a 7-time champion. Petty won the first NASCAR race at Pocono 40 years ago, and next week's race will mark that special anniversary. Now let's talk tweets. Joe Maddon, Tampa Bay Rays manager, tweeted this picture after a successful series in St. Louis against the defending National League champions. Joe Maddon received this poncho from Mexico. He planned on wearing it on the plane back to St. Pete as the Rays get ready to play the Red Sox this weekend at the Trop. You know who would love a Tampa Bay Rays poncho? Ron Marchetti. He might even have one at the Marcadium. Here he is now with Short Shots.
"34 days away from high school football season. Hi, everybody. On this last Friday in July, this is Short Shots, and this maybe, could be, and probably will be my shortest show of the year, only because this past week's highlights were very minimal. 25-year-old Rory McIlroy went wire to win the British Open Golf Tournament in Hoylake, England. On Tuesday night, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs lost, but our Russ Kanzler, the Pigs, wrapped 3 doubles, a franchise record, with 3 RBIs and 1 run during a 3-for-4 game. And speaking of doubles, Derek Jeter picked up his 535th career double, passing Lou Gehrig to become the Yankees' all-time doubles leader. 2 former assistant football coaches, Jay Paterno and Bill Kenny, have sued Penn State for being unfairly linked to the Jerry Sandusky child molestation scandal. Both were fired at Penn State before the end of the 2011 season. And how about those Rays? 36 games ago on June 24th, the Tampa Bay Rays were 18 games under 500 at 24-42. Since then, they have won 25 games out of 35 after completing a 5-game road trip without losing since the All-Star break. The Rays had the major's worst record in late June, but now are only 5 games below 500 and are still in it, only 7.5 games out of first place. At present, the team with the worst record in Major League Baseball, believe it or not, is the Texas Rangers at 40-62, while the team enjoying the best record in baseball is the Oakland A's, with one of the lowest payrolls in the big leagues. The Green and Gold Athletics are 62-30 and having a ball. You have just watched my shortest show of the year, but it won't be the same on Monday. Till then, be a good sport and stay loose.
Be happy, it's Friday, and go to Bottlenecks for half-price happy hour starting at 6 p.m. They have live music and half-price appetizers.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, congratulations to Xander James Kearns on your first honors. Love from Auntie Holly. And one quick announcement, the Tamaqua Volunteers Community Initiative Group will be holding a donation drop-off Saturday, July 26th from 8 to 9 a.m. Donations of clothing, toys, electronics, and more will then be raffled off for the donation giveaway. For information, please call 570-668-1234. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Andrew Jupina, formerly of McAdoo. Funeral is Monday at 10 a.m. in the Church of All Saints. Viewing is Sunday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Stanley E. Anilowski Funeral Home. Helen J. Burke of Weatherly. Funeral is Monday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. Margaret D. Hambley of Whitehaven. Funeral is Saturday at 8:45 a.m. from the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Mariana De Jesus Payams Gonzalez of Hazleton. Viewing is Friday from 3 to 7 p.m. at the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Nicholas P. Ledger III, formerly of Hazleton. Funeral is Monday at 10 a.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Sunday from 4 to 6 p.m. George Cranock, formerly of Beaver Meadows. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. And Theodore Allen Reber of West Hazleton. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. Call Smilax for all of your special events, 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Paul Foster of Drums. Paul, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Please tune in to FYI Weekend this weekend, this Saturday at 9 a.m. We worked very hard on it, and there's some very good stories in there. We'll stop by Camp Cadet, and there is a weekend sports feature well I had a lot of fun working on. So check that all out on Saturday. Until then, take it easy, everyone.